Hello there, welcome to Dauntless Models. My name is Bob Waldron and welcome to this inbox review. We're going to be taking a look at this beautiful Dauntless here. It is the SBD-2, United States Navy Battle of Midway. It's 1/48 scale and it's by Academy, or should I say it's been reboxed by Academy. It was originally an Accurate Miniatures kit, and now it retails at around about the £28 mark, so not a bad price. But if you look at when Accurate Miniatures did a whole new tool of this, it was back in 1997-ish, quite an old kit basically. Academy reboxed it in 2020. Right, so let's just take a look and let's see if this has maybe got a little bit older in the tooth or not. So first off, we can look at the surface detail on our fuselage section. Maybe get this out of the way, sorry, and get you in nice and close. I mean, first thing you'll see is, the good old, Accurate Miniatures, where it's a very crisp, solid bit of recess panel line work. Not really seeing any rivets on the on this fuselage. You will notice a little bit of flash, as you can see just there. We've got a bit of flash going on there, a little bit of flash going on there. I mean, it is just a little bit here, there and everywhere, but it's not such a big deal. I mean, you can sand it out, cut them out. It's not like terrible, it's just a little bit of work. Right, on the inside we do have like a bit of rib work going on there, but there is a little ejector pin mark or two here and there that you might want to get rid of. What else we've got here? We've got a bit of the engine cowl-ish, I think, area, which is actually rather cool. I don't know how well you're picking up that on camera, but you can almost see the flathead screws that are in there. Right, really good minute detail going on with some of those screws in there. Do like that. Very nice. Moving along, we have the wing section. Again, same lovely bit of surface detail, very crisp. But then I did notice this one panel somewhere. Yes, this one little panel just here. It's the only one I've kind of noticed, but you can kind of see there's half a panel recessed and the other half has disappeared. Whatever's going on with that, but it is the only one I've sort of noticed. Nice bit of lovely detail in the center there. Wheel wells has not really much detail going on in there, but there might be some bits that you maybe stick in there, and apart from that, that sprue's pretty all good. We then have a bunch of little bits here, and as well as the clear parts. We do have our propeller, nothing really to write home about, but the engine does look like we're going to get a nice bit of detail to build up to make a nice engine just in there. We have what looks like to be some sort of a free fall bomb just here, which is looking actually rather nice, rather crisp. Lots of lovely detail here. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it should look nice, apart from there is a bit of flash on there, so there's a lot of fiddling around trying to get rid of that flash. Some more free fall bombs. We've got a bit of the tail section, a bit of cockpit detail here, which hopefully you can sort of see. Lots of lovely dials and stuff, top-notch detail for such an old kit, which is what we kind of love about the old Accurate Miniatures ones. We have more detail here with a bit of landing gear. Again, lots of detail going on there, especially with the hoses and pipes. Again, I mean, sadly there's a bit of flash. I know we've got to kind of deal with that with this kit. Not seeing any ejector pin marks and nasty places on that. Again, we've got some lovely more internal detail, looking very good there. As you can see, that will go nice on the walls, hopefully covering up some of those ejector pin marks. So a bit of test fitting to go on there, and again we've got all this lovely detail as well going on with that. Moving along, we have some of our engine detail. Again, looks rather good, rather crisp. Looks like some floor detail here for the cockpit. Again, bags and bags of detail. I can feel like raised rivets and stuff going on there. Looks like some MGs and wheels. Not looking too bad. Right, hubcaps, got a bit of detail on them. as well. I was just looking for the instrument display panel because I was like, where is it? It wasn't in there. It's actually in the clear parts section, just there, which hopefully you can see is looking very sort of detailed. And I mean, it's one way of going about doing, you know, having those nice clear sort of instrument display dials and stuff. I'm not sure if it's a bit more of a pain. Is there like decals in here for that purpose? Not really seeing any, so I mean, you know, it might work if you put a bit of effort into it, maybe to get some clear dials coming off of it. But yeah, we do have our canopy section just here. Now it does look good, does look shiny. I mean, as you could see on the camera, you know, we've even got some recessed rivets going around the edges and stuff. But if I put it up to the light, the one thing you're probably going to notice is there is a little bit of a cobweb effect going on. The kind of cobwebbing effect where basically when it injects the plastic into each one of these little tabs just here, what happens is when those two pieces of that sort of melted plastic comes together and meets, if they're at different temperatures, it can create a bit of a cobweb sort of line in it, and it does have one or two of them in there, which is sadly down to the core. I mean, you won't be able to sand them out or anything. It's there and it's there to stay, which is one of those things, a little bit of a shame, a bit of a an off-put for me personally. Admittedly, when you do actually have them in the on the model and stuff, they are a bit harder to see, because I mean, you do have to kind of put up to light to see those kind of things. I don't know if you can sort of see it. There is one like right there. I don't think you can sort of see that. Maybe you could just see there. Maybe you could just see that in there. There's a little line just there. Yeah, you could probably see that on camera now. That kind of stuff. A bit disappointing, but that is that. Then we have the decals. The decals do look rather good. You know, good colour. You know, you can sort of see, you know, the small writing as well, which is rather good. We do have some weird seat belts as decals. Not exactly my cup of tea. They do seem to provide some seat belts in photo etch. I think the photo etch is maybe a bit of a gimmick, because it's not really exactly much photo etch going on in there. But let's just have a quick look at, there's another, seems to be a decal sheet here. It'd be interesting to see what it is. I'll just open this up. Right, what is it? Oh no, actually it's a canopy mast. Now that is rather cool that they've included a nice canopy mast with it. So, you know, for like £28 to get a bit of photo etch, which is maybe a bit of a gimmick, but to get some canopy mast as well, which is a bit of an aftermarket part, is a nice little bonus to kind of jazz up this old kit. So all in all, you know what, yeah, it's still good. I mean, I think it's still a good thumbs up. I mean, it is showing its age, admittedly. You know, a bit of flash, bit of ejector pin marks, which can be dealt with a bit of work. Apparently these Accurate Miniatures kits do fit together rather good. The surface detail is good, very crisp. The one probably big thing about this kit, which probably kind of puts me off, is those little cobweb effects. But then I'm probably a bit too OTT with that kind of stuff. I mean, it is a bit hard to see, especially when it's in when the canopies are stuck on the model. But apart from that, I mean, actually for an old kit, you know, I think it's still live and kicking. Maybe, yeah, I suppose £28 is not bad. I mean, maybe it could be a bit cheap because it's a bit of an old kit. But apart from that, yeah, I mean, I could recommend it as being a nice Dauntless to add to your Battle Midway collection or something like that. Yeah, so definitely a big thumbs up. But as always, until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron. This is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.